What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to another video. And if you are new here, my name is Val and welcome to my channel. So this video is for anybody who may be dealing with the lack of faith and unbelief. And I want to remind you that all you really need is faith like a mustard seed. That's all that you need. And in Matthew 17, where it talks about Christ casting out a demon out of a boy, it talks about how the disciples couldn't cast out the demon because they lacked faith, right? They asked Christ, how come we couldn't cast out the demon? And he responded, because you lacked faith, oh, you of little faith. And he said, all you really need is faith like a mustard seed. If you truly believe that you can move a mountain from here to there, then nothing is impossible because you have the faith. And if you ever seen a mustard seed before, you know it's one of the smallest seeds, right? It's really, really tiny. And he's not asking for a lot. He's just saying, just have this much faith. That's all that you need. Faith like a mustard seed. And I remember when I was going through a season in my life where I was dealing with a lot of doubt, a lot of hurt, rejection. And because of that, I let doubt and fear get the best of me, right? I would pray and then I would have that 1% doubt in the back of my mind that the Most High is not going to come through for me. I would pray and then I would have doubt. And the Most High definitely checked me on that. He told me I can't have a prayer life where I'm praying for something and in the back of my mind, I have doubt. In the back of my mind, I don't truly believe that the Most High will come through for me. I don't truly believe that he will change things around. So I want to remind you that you have to have belief and faith in him, right? Are you praying, but yet you still have that 1% doubt in the back of your mind that he doesn't love you, he doesn't care about you, he's not going to come through for you, and that he has forgotten about you? And another thing that he had to check me on was renewing my mind and changing my heart, right? Changing the way that I see things, changing my perspective on things, and just really renewing my mind, because I had a pessimistic way of thinking, because I was so used to the rejection and disappointments and the letdowns, right? I always felt like every outcome would be bad. Every outcome would be negative because that's what I was used to, right? And I had to understand that that was just a season, right? That wasn't going to be, forever. My way of thinking was so bad that even when things felt good, even when things were going right, I always had that doubt in the back of my mind, like, this can't be true. This is too good to be true, right? I'm just going to wait and see until something bad happens because I know something bad is going to happen because that's what I was used to. So you have to renew your mind. You have to renew your heart, right? Do you have anybody or anything on your heart, right? Are you holding on to any grudges? Are you unforgiven? You have to change your mind and your heart. When you have faith, you also have to put in the work and be patient. Are you truly trying to implement the things that the Most High is telling you to do in your life? Are you trying to become a better person? Are you at least trying to take this walk seriously, right? And you also have to be patient. Whatever it is that you're praying for or waiting for, you have to be patient, right? That's where the faith comes in. And I know the waiting period can be one of the most difficult things in this walk, right? Is the waiting period, because the Most High's time and our time are not the same, right? So again, that's where faith comes in. You have to have faith like a mustard seed that he's going to come through for you, right? Are you praying and having that unbelief? Are you praying and having that 1% doubt, right? You have to be patient. You have to wait. Whatever it is that you're waiting for, he's not going to forget about you. So I wanted to talk about this scripture in Matthew 14, when it talks about Jesus walking on water. And Peter had said to him, Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you, right? Command me to walk on water to come to you. And he did, right? He walked on the water and he went to Jesus. But the wind, right? There was a strong wind, and Peter let the wind put fear and doubt in him, and he began to sink. And just like that, in a split second, right? The same faith that he had to walk on water was gone because he allowed doubt and fear to get the best of him because of the wind. So he started to sink, and he said, Lord, save me. Lord, save me, right? And Christ reached out his hand and he pulled him out and he saved him. And after the Lord pulled him out, he said, "Oh, you of little faith, why did you doubt?" Right? Why did you doubt? And if Peter would have just kept his eyes on the Lord, right, everything would have been fine. But just us being in the flesh, it's so easy to lose faith, right? It's so easy. Just like that, in a split second, he let the wind put fear and doubt in him. And every time I read those verses, it makes me think about my season of doubt and unbelief and how I let that consume me, right? How I let the things that I was going through in my life put unbelief, put fear, and put doubt in me, right? It's like I didn't truly believe that the Most High would come through for me. And I'm just glad that he allowed me to see my wrongs and he pointed out my flaws to me. And I'm glad I went through that season. I'm glad I went through that season because there was lessons to be learned. Throughout scripture, you can constantly see Christ saying, "Oh, you of little faith," or, you unbelievers, why don't you believe? Even after you've seen me perform all these miraculous things, you're still questioning who I am and what I'm capable of doing, right? "Oh, you of little faith, why don't you believe? You just saw with your own eyes what I can do, but you still have that doubt in the back of your mind. You don't believe." There's nothing too big or too small for him to do, right? If he can perform these miracles, if he can turn unbelievers into believers, if he can do all of these miraculous things, right? What makes you think he's not going to be there for you? What makes you think that he's not going to come through for you? So don't forget about the times where the Most High has come through for you and the times where you've seen the work of his hands in your life, right? Don't forget about all of the times where he has blessed you and is still blessing you. Remember those moments and don't allow doubt and unbelief to get the best of you. And now you're questioning if the Lord truly loves you, if he's going to come through for you, right? Think about those moments. Think about all of the times where he has come through for you and all of the times where he showed up, right? He showed up when you needed him. So again, all you really need is faith like a mustard seed. That's all that you need. Don't let doubt and fear get the best of you, right? I promise you, he hasn't forgotten about you. He loves you, right? He hasn't forgotten about you. There's nothing that's impossible for him to do. The same way he pulled Peter out and saved him, right? And that's how loving he is, by the way. That's exactly how loving Christ is. Even though Peter had doubt and fear, he reached out his hand and he saved him. He hasn't forgotten about you. He has not forgotten about you, right? The same way he can save Peter, there's nothing that's too big or too small for him to take you out of, right? He'll always have his hand out, ready to take you out of anything. I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video.